Hey everyone, welcome back to my video where today I'm going to show you how to make a super simple yet delicious breakfast burrito. So let's go ahead and check out the ingredients I'm using today. So I have some pretty big servings here, but I have some vegan cottage cheese, vegan ground turkey, vegan scrambled eggs, some red cabbage, and I do have off the picture here some tortillas. Okay, so now I'm going to take a moment to give a quick call out to the fact that I pointed out the cottage cheese, the ground turkey, and the vegan eggs. All three of those are homemade. They're made following a recipe. I have videos for them you can check out yourself, and you can make them at home in the comfort of your own kitchen and know exactly what you're putting in them and what you're going to be eating to make these breakfast burritos. What we're going to be doing here is a quick prep work on the red cabbage. I don't want to use the stems in this. I'm going to use the stems in something else later. So I'm going to cut off the leafy part of the kale and use that. I'm going to saute it up, get it nice and soft. Then I'm going to do a quick heat on the vegan ground turkey, and I'm going to start bringing these breakfast burritos together. So I could peel the kale off with my hands, which I'll be doing that for some of this, but I like to just do the quick slice with a knife because that helps get a lot of the kale leaves off, and it makes a very simple process. And like I said, I'm going to keep the stems and I'm going to use them, probably going to chop them up, saute them, put them in a stir fry or something later. And again, saving another stem here. I think the call out with this is that just because I say I'm going to discard something doesn't mean that I'm not going to use it, right? Like, I'm going to discard this stem in relationship to this video, but I'm still going to use this because this is delicious. And I mean, realistically, crunching on it in the background. So with the kale leaves, I'm just going to do a real simple quick chop, nothing special, just trying to make it a little bit smaller so that way it cooks down a little faster, because I want this to be a quick and simple breakfast burrito. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of avocado oil to this pan, and I'm going to add the kale leaves. All I'm going to do with this kale is I'm going to cook it so that way it reduces down and it's nice and cooked, and it'll be soft pieces that I'm able to use and incorporate very easily into the tortillas. The kale smells fantastic, it looks fantastic. You can see how green it's getting, so it's gonna be an excellent green element to add some color and some flavor and just that nutritional guideline to our burritos. So I'm gonna let this kale reduce down a little bit more, which will happen as it cooks because it's kind of wilting up a little bit. I'm gonna add it to a bowl, probably cook off a little bit more kale, and then I'll add the ground turkey, cook that up a little bit, and then we'll start putting these burritos together. Okay, so when it comes to the ground turkey, it's already a lean meat, but I'm going to add some avocado oil. Then I'm adding in the vegan ground turkey. Now, this is vegan, so it really doesn't have to be cooked up that much. And really, the main reason I'm doing this, because the burritos are going to be going into the oven anyways, the main reason I'm doing this is just to add a little bit of color to the ground turkey. And that's really about it. So I'm just going to mix this up a little bit, and then it'll be time to compile the burritos and get them cooking in the oven. Okay, so I have all the ingredients together. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add that to some tortillas, and I'm going to wrap the tortillas in aluminum foil. And this is where it gets fun and exciting, because these tortillas being wrapped in aluminum foil makes it super easy for you to just add it to the oven, cook it at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, or you can put them in the freezer and save them for later. So this is where it's great that you can bulk prepare and meal plan these breakfast burritos, so that way you can just wake up in the morning, grab them out of the freezer, and before you start getting ready, throw them in the oven, start cooking off, and then by the time you're about to walk out your door, grab it and go, and you have a high protein breakfast on your way. So let's go ahead and build these burritos. Start with adding some kale, some ground turkey, some scrambled egg, and some cottage cheese. And now I'll wrap these up. Like so, and now I'm just going to grab some aluminum foil. Now we have a burrito that is ready to go into the oven and cook. I'm gonna make a few more of these and get them in the oven. Okay, all that's left now is to try out these burritos and see what I think. So here we go, here's the burrito. Looks fantastic. This is really good, this is a really good burrito. This has so much flavor in it. When you bite into this, you get all of the elements perfectly balanced, going really well together. And then you kind of get waves of each element separately, right? Like you get the cottage cheese, and then you start getting the egg, and then you start getting the ground turkey. It's fantastic. The kale goes really well. These are some really good burritos. And I mean, you could certainly get away with just adding some hot sauce. Some sriracha would go well. Any hot sauce of your choice. These are some really good burritos. They're loaded with protein. If you check out each individual video of making the vegan eggs, the vegan ground turkey, and the vegan cottage cheese, and you follow that recipe, then this will make 8 good size burritos. And that's perfect, because now you get one burrito every morning, and then in the middle of that week you can bring an extra burrito and you can give it to your friend at work, and you can be like, hey, here's breakfast for you, it's on me. And you know, like there's no better way than starting your day with these breakfast burritos. I mean, you can go so many places and get your breakfast, but what's better than having breakfast at home, where you know exactly what you're eating, what you're tasting. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's loaded with protein. It's gonna start your day off right. Thanks for joining me today. I'm your friend with Food Benefits, and I'll see you again real soon.